All right, family, welcome back. I'm your favorite life and relationship strategist, MarshaunO, and I feel like it's been a little while since I've been here. Even though I know that's not true, I just feel like it's been a little while. Maybe because I've been missing y'all comments, been missing the commentary going back and forth. And so definitely keep that up. You already seen the title, and we talking about acceptance of your spouse, or maybe you're not married, maybe you're just in a relationship, so acceptance of your partner, maybe you've been calling your mate. So let's talk about that today. So this video actually came about because I know personally that it could be hard sometimes accepting your spouse the way he or she is. In my case, the way he is, because as I already mentioned to you guys before, we do have cultural differences that pop up from time to time, and one just popped up not too long ago, and they always throw me off, even though they shouldn't. They always throw me off because I'm like, you taking it the wrong way, babe. It's not even that serious. So so it always throws me for a little loop. And I personally, this video is for me. I am learning how to accept my spouse for who he is, and he is learning to accept me for my American butt that I am, okay? Because as you guys know, most of you know that he is Nigerian. So with that being said, let's talk about how you can accept your spouse the way he or she is currently today. All right, we're not talking about how they're going to be next week, how they're going to be in the future, how they're going to be, whenever, insert the time frame that you have. No, we're talking about accepting him or her today as he or she is, not the concept that you have in your head of how they're going to change and it's going to be X later on. No. You're walking in your current situation, not the future, and definitely not your past. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and jump right in. So one of the things is that you literally, ladies and gentlemen, come on in here. You have to accept your spouse's imperfections and embrace their flaws, because they are going to be there. And quiet as is kept, sis, you have flaws too. Quiet as is kept, bruh, you have flaws too. Nobody's always right. Nobody's always wrong. Nobody always is going to have the answer, because none of us have the answer to every single question that is out there. We do things that the other person is not going to like. And let's just be all the way real. Sometimes you even think that it's stupid and dumb that they did or said thing. Let's be all the way real, okay? Because that's how we do it here. But we have to learn how to embrace the flaws and just accept their imperfections. Maybe your mate comes home and just starts undressing everywhere. And I mean, where your spouse or partner is, because they leave a trail of clothing behind them. Or maybe your spouse, and this is mainly for the gentleman, maybe you are the one, this is for the ladies about the gentleman. Maybe your male comes home and leaves the toilet seat up, and you have fallen in that nasty toilet water a time too many. Or maybe your spouse snores and you can't sleep. So there are lots of imperfections, a lot of flaws that we can embrace about one another and just accept them for who they are, so you are not frustrated or feeling like, what the heck is going on? Who are you? Why did I choose you? I should have chosen somebody else. Like, because sometimes you go down that road. Sometimes you go down that road, okay? And we just have to learn how to accept our spouse, accept our mate, embrace their flaws. So that is number one. Number two, know their stories and understand their motives. So this comes where you two are constantly talking to one another. Constantly talking to one another so you can understand your mate. So if you understand and have heard some of their stories, then you can understand why he or she does this thing. Why they continue to not answer you, even though that's rude, or maybe they didn't hear you because they zone out a lot more. So again, when you get to the root of things and you're talking, constantly talking, and you're getting down to the meat of who they are, you can understand and accept them a lot better. And again, that frustration comes down if you know who you are in the room with, if you know who you are in the bed with, for certain. So That's number 2. Know their stories and understand their motivations. The third thing is to be patient and give them time to grow, because each and every one of us grow at a different speed. And most of the time, you're not going to grow at the same time on the same thing. You both might be growing on different things. You might both be growing about something, but it's not on the same page. You're both growing in different areas. So maybe you're growing over here and like holding your tongue, and maybe he's growing over there and keeping the finances together. But again, you both are growing, but you're growing in different areas. So you have to be patient with him and his finances, and he has to be patient with you and that tongue. But both of y'all got to tighten up both of those areas. But again, those are just examples. If that's not your example, choose the area that you notice you need to tighten up on and grow in, and embrace the growth, and specifically embrace the growth within your spouse as well. But be patient, because it's not going to happen overnight, because all of these tips, tools, and strategies that you are learning here, you probably did not get them, which is why you're here. That's why you keep coming back, because you're learning. And so now it's the application time. It's time for you to start applying these things to kill that temper, kill the stress about your partner not hearing you, not feeling you, not understanding you. You guys have to continuously communicate. That means conversing. That means talking, sharing your story so you can understand one another. So you can like, okay, all right. And I shared this story before, but I'm gonna say it here. So my husband, when he eats, he likes to hear the spoon scrape on his teeth. Well, that just drives me damn nutty. And so one time I asked him, like, why do you do that? And he just simply said, because I like to hear the sound. I personally don't like to hear the sound. But my thing is that I thought it had something to do with me. And that was the whole point of me even bringing this story up. It ain't have nothing to do with me. He likes to hear the spoon scrape on his teeth. So that's why I hear it. Because he liked it here. Has nothing to do with I'm doing this to piss you off because I know you don't like it. Has nothing to do with that. And so now that I understand that, right? I understand that story. It doesn't annoy me as much. I cannot lie and say it don't annoy me sometimes. But it does not annoy me as much, because I know it has nothing to do with me. It's just the way you eat. Number 4, accept that just because they don't behave like you doesn't mean that they're wrong, because all of us have ways of getting the very same thing, which is getting it done. There are plenty of ways to get the job done. It does not have to be done your way in order for it to be considered the correct way. Okay, so let's keep that in mind. The 5th and final thing is to accept that you are 2 different people in the same relationship. Yes, let me say that again. Accept that you are 2 different people in the same relationship, and you are trying to come together to build your relationship, to build your family, to build the foundation, just to build. To build. Yes, that's what you're doing. You're building together. But you are 2 different people trying to come together as one, especially if you're married. You're trying to come together as one, but you both have 2 different upbringings. You have 2 different backgrounds. You have 2 different stories. You have 2 different ways of how, basically how you hear things, how you internalize things, how you let things out. And so now you 2 are trying to come together. Instead of being all over here, both of you, y'all trying to come here together as one. But right now, y'all not there yet. So you still might be doing a little bit of this, but the dance that you're trying to do is getting intertwined with each other. So this is how you accept your mate, your spouse, your partner. Remember that none are perfect. As much as we are intellectually, we know that none are perfect, but we are consistently out here looking for perfect people when we are not perfect ourselves. Yes, sis. Yes, bruh. You are not perfect yourself. So stop trying to find the perfect mate. Stop putting perfection on your current mate. All right. I love you guys, and there's nothing that you can do about it. I will talk to you guys in the next video. 2 finger salute, y'all.